Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Tom Liu, Global CEO of BWI Group, speaking from our R&D center here in Krakow, Poland. Today, I want to talk about the future of chassis technology and how MagneRide, which reacts 1,000 times per second, is uniquely positioned to support that future. MagneRide is a digitally controlled semi-active suspension system. It continuously adjusts its damping force to deliver both precision handling and superb ride comfort. It is a capability no traditional semi-active valve-based system can match. For more than 20 years, MagneRide has been chosen by leading OEMs for some of the industry's most demanding vehicles, from Ferrari 599 GTB and Lamborghini Huracan to the Audi R8 and Range Rover Evoque. The reason is very simple. MagneRide enhances a vehicle's character. It adjusts its damping force 1,000 times every second. That means at 100 kilometers an hour, the system optimizes the vehicle's suspension every 2.5 centimeters. This not only provides immediate control in the corner, but also luxurious comfort everywhere else. This is why brands that demand uncompromising performance continue to choose MagneRide. Since its launch in 2002, more than 2.7 million vehicles have been equipped with MagneRide. That's over 11 million dampers produced worldwide. The technology has been continuously developed over the last 2 decades and has been more relevant than today. Passenger vehicles are becoming larger, heavier, while electrification continues to grow. Controlling that extra mass requires sophisticated suspension technologies. At the meantime, its unique digital control strategy aligns perfectly with the industry's shift towards new software-defined vehicle architectures. This enables manufacturers to create platform-specific tuning profiles, or even extend to personalized configuration for industrial customers. To support these trends, BWI Group has scaled MagneRide production globally. We operate manufacturing facilities in Poland, Mexico, and now Shenzhen, China. Together, they form a fully digitalized production network, ensuring consistency, efficiency, and local supply for our customers. Early this year, our factory in Krosno, Poland, produced BWI Group's 11 millionth MagneRide damper. That facility has 80-year history of supplying premium suspension components to OEMs like Audi, BMW, Ferrari, JLR, Lamborghini, Maserati, and Volvo. It is a critical cornerstone of our European operations. With our expanded capacity, we can now deliver MagneRide at greater scale and at a more competitive cost, broadening its application across the industry. We call this technology equity. Taking a technology once reserved for supercars and bringing it to a much wider range of vehicles, from luxury to mainstream. More drivers will soon experience the benefit of MagneRide. Looking ahead, the requirements placed on suspension systems will only increase. Vehicles will be heavier, more connected, and software-driven. MagneRide is designed for that future. It provides the adaptability, performance, and efficiency that OEMs need today and tomorrow. Our commitment at BWI Group is make MagneRide a practical choice for a wide range of vehicles, not only for high performance and luxury, but across the full spectrum of mobility. Thank you.
Welcome everyone. In the next couple of minutes, we will take you on a journey into the world of MagneRide. From our experts, BWI Group's chief engineers, you will hear what MagneRide is, how is it manufactured, what are the key benefits the system has over traditional solenoid valves-based system, how modern software-defined vehicles adapted, and finally, how is it tuned to get the best possible performance. Let's start then. Philip, you've been managing controlled suspension products in BWI Group for how many years now?
It's been about 32 years now.
Okay, so you seem to be the right person to explain what MagneRide technology is.
Sure, I'll do my best. So MagneRide system is a semi-active suspension, which is composed of shock absorbers, sensors, and a controller. The dampers are using a magnetorheological fluid, which is essentially a fluid with iron particles suspended inside. When a magnetic field is applied to this fluid and the particles, they will instantly align and the damping force characteristics will be changed. This allows us to vary and control the damping force, and we do that precisely and quickly in order to deliver very high level of comfort and handling improvements.
Mm-hmm. So, as I understand, MagneRide is the only suspension technology which performance is based on magnetorheological fluid, right?
Yes, that's correct.
So, how is this fluid's behavior managed in the damper?
So the system is including some sensors which will identify the vehicle's body motion as well as the inputs coming from the road surface. We combine those sensors also with capturing the driver inputs such as braking, accelerating, and steering. And from this data, the controller will compute the current which has to be applied to the magnetic coils in the damper, which will result in changing the actual damping force which is delivered. This adjustment is very fast. We are reacting every 1 millisecond. So to put that into perspective, when a vehicle is driving at 60 miles per hour, this will mean the vehicle is traveling 27 millimeters every 1 millisecond. So that means we can really greatly improve the vehicle performance.
Mm-hmm. So having said all of that, we can say that MagneRide's uniqueness is indisputable. And when launched in 2002, was seen as a revolutionary solution and gained almost immediate recognition from North America automakers. Krzysztof, was it the same story in Europe in 2005?
Indeed, yes. The positive feedback from the US caught attention of European manufacturers. There was almost a race to see who could be the first to bring the MagneRide on the European market. In the end, the Ferrari F99 GTB Fiorano was first, but not long after we had launched this for Audi TT and Audi R8. Then later came the Land Rover Evoque and Lamborghini Huracan, both adopting MagneRide technologies. The Evoque and Huracan are very different cars, which help us to showcase MagneRide broad capabilities. Seeing these premium European brands embrace technology confirmed what we already knew, that we have something special. I remember the excitement very clearly. It felt like we are delivering unique and real innovation.
And you were also the one responsible for launching first MagneRide manufacturing line in Krosno, Poland. What was that like? Do you remember?
At that time, the Krosno plant specialized in passive dampers production. In 2006, we start mass production of MagneRide, which means that next year we mark 20 years of continuous production in Europe.
And in the next couple of minutes, we will share with the audience and with you the Shenzhen video footage. The Shenzhen plant is the newly established MagneRide production plant in China, which means we covers 3 regions right now, Europe, North America, and China. Do you think that this production increase will boost the technology potential?
Looking back over the past 20 years, actually, the growth in China has been a game changer. The high volume production there has made us more competitive in terms of price due to process automation. We have also benefited from components cost reduction through local sourcing and even shorter logistics thanks to our key suppliers installed their production in our BWI Zajiaco plant. All of that allowed us to take the MagneRides from its roots in high-end performance cars to much broader market. Today we can offer MagneRide not only for high-performance cars but as well for medium range and even entry-level cars. At BWI Group, we always advocate technological equality and universal benefits. We are committed to enabling more consumers to enjoy high-end technologies in their daily lives.
Thank you, Krzysztof. And this technology equality message was a very interesting one, especially that the industry begins to migrate towards software-defined vehicles. You are managing software engineering department in BWI Group. What impact do you think this shift will have on control suspension, on suspension systems?
Well, the most obvious impact is that all systems need to become more connected and software-driven. For chassis system, this means maximizing the digitalization of what traditionally had been a hardware-centric subsystem. Without digital control, the level of integration and opportunities to shift to SDV architectures are limited. This is one of the key factors that differentiates MagneRide. Unlike most other semi-active systems that require hardware modification to achieve change of system parameters in a significant manner, MagneRide is digitally controlled and can be completely recalibrated through ECU. With its authority and versatility, MagneRide offers a wide range of both primary and secondary ride control features, along with interactive enhancement for safety and connectivity.
And are there any new functionalities as the architecture opens or unlock for control suspension?
I would say the possibility is quite exciting. We can integrate, for example, with the vehicle's ADAS vision systems to preview the road inputs ahead while setting up an arbitration strategy to optimize real-time response by taking advantage of MagneRide's very fast reactivity. The high controllability also enables safety enhancement in emergency braking situations and ludic interactive features integrated with vehicles' perception systems. Digital controllability enables manufacturers to fully customize setting for vehicle types or for a regional market. For example, making the same vehicle more comfortable in the US market, perhaps more sporty for the European market, or more ludic for the Chinese market. The capability of over-the-air update also enables manufacturers to adjust suspension post-production to adapt to changes over time.
Thank you, Johan. And let's get back a bit in time, maybe. Dave, MagneRide has a long development history. There were many refinements, many evolutions. Would you please guide us throughout all the generations from 1 to 4 we have presently, and tell what key improvements has been added along the way?
Absolutely. When MagneRide was first introduced in 2002, it represented a key technological breakthrough with the industry's first semi-active damping system with no moving parts and capabilities far surpassing anything that preceded it. That initial launch came as the result of many years of hard work and was well received throughout the industry, but that was really only the beginning of the innovation journey. Since that time, subsequent versions have improved durability through improved sealing methods, improved the electrical interface and control capabilities, diagnostic capabilities, and probably most importantly, increased the force range and response capabilities through migration to a dual coil piston. Most recently, the MagneRide 4.0 sensor set, together with related control algorithm innovations, have led to game-changing performance improvements. Functions that had already been strengths like body control, stability, and handling were risen to another level. And functional areas that had been challenging previously, like secondary ride control, became similarly recognized as true strengths of the system. So in short, in 2 decades now of innovation, we've taken MagneRide from a breakthrough technology to a refined system superior to valve-based concepts across the board.
Mm-hmm. And we promised our audience to explain the benefits MagneRide has over traditional solenoid valves-based system. Mm-hmm. Can you please do that for us?
Absolutely. Fast and powerful actuators are the key to any control system. And MagneRide has advantages in both of those areas. Compared to existing valve-based dampers, MagneRide is able to both build and remove force more than twice as fast. As Philippe mentioned, as we mentioned, there are no moving parts. The particle response to current is almost instantaneous. So the force generation and force removal is extremely fast. That leads to very distinct performance advantages. Similarly, the force range advantages are very pronounced, with MagneRide being able to achieve both lower off-state forces and significantly higher on-state loads. And MagneRide is able to do that at lower damper velocities, so it's able to control things around center for body control and stability and handling that you simply can't do without that capability. And we have the ability with MagneRide to equally influence the force range in both rebound and compression, which is very powerful. An indirect benefit of MagneRide is one that Yuan touched on earlier, the fact that you can do so much of the tuning virtually. Certainly there are aspects within the damper that you can adjust, but typically you can set the damper up early in development and do most of your work electronically through calibrations and software. And that allows you to get more quickly to a final tuning result. And it also facilitates virtual tuning concepts.
Mm-hmm. Virtual tuning, you mentioned, the BWI Group does that, right? Mm-hmm. How this process can speed up or shorten the vehicle development cycle?
So BWI supports a full range of simulation activities by delivering to our customers sensor, ECU, and damper actuator models in a number of different formats. So that allows our customers to develop the system in a lot of different ways, whether they want to do fully offline virtual tuning, all the way through driver-in-the-loop simulation-based tuning. There's a lot that can be done fully virtually. And then when you take our models and marry them in a full virtual environment with vehicle parameters, you can effectively do tuning without building anything at all. And when you couple that then with AI-based offline tuning tools using machine learning, you're able to get to a very high level of calibration, achieving something very close to the end customer performance goals before you build any hardware at all.
Thank you. That was a very interesting part, I need to say. We have covered a lot of technical theory standing behind MagneRide, but we all know that the ultimate goal is to provide a system who ensures ride control, ride comfort and handling to the driver and to the passengers as well. Marcin, your team is doing tuning of the suspension systems. You yourself have logged a number of thousands of kilometers of test rides. So what is it like behind the wheel then?
So from my perspective, what really strikes is how seamlessly the system can switch between priorities on a rough, uneven road. It keeps the body of the car stable without making the ride really feel harsh. And on a widening section, the instant response of the car to your inputs makes you feel, let's say, confident and in control of the car. So I think that the responsiveness of the system is something you notice straight away. The suspension of the vehicle constantly reads the road and adjusts in milliseconds, as we all talked. So the car feels composed, regardless if you are pushing it somewhere on the track or just, let's say, cruising on the motorway. So the suspension system is really unique, and you can immediately feel the difference comparing to other systems.
And also MagneRide is known for having a broad vehicle performance envelope. From a tuning and performance perspective, what does that enable really?
This is really giving us flexibility and capability. It is also very unique because of capability of, let's say, generating high level of damping forces at low damper velocities. And overall, wide range of damping forces combined with fast response of the system makes the system to be far the best on the market for its authority to control body and wheel motions. And purely from driver's perspective, it translates to a sharper handling, better body control, and just smoother, more comfortable ride. And I think I can also add that I've noticed that the system perfectly suits electric vehicles. This is application where the extra mass of batteries is giving additional challenge to body control. And this is exactly where our system shines and starts to excel.
Thank you, Marcin. And I guess that was the last answer. Thank you, all of you. Now let's move to the test track. We will see two demo vehicles, one equipped with a traditional valve-based system, the other one with MagneRide technology. Let's check what difference that makes.
Hello, welcome in BWI Group Technical Center, Kraków in Poland, the place where our ride engineers shaping future of driving, from suspension perspective, of course. Here we tune newest MagneRide system, optimizing it and adapting for specific car models. So performance and precision meets and exceeds our customer expectation. We will conduct a comparative test ride using two identical cars, differ only from their suspension system. One equipped with our MagneRide, the other with hydraulic-based two-valve system. Through series of test drives, including Belgian blocks, roads, heave, pitch and roll control, we will collect a sensor data and analyze the results. That's all from Test Track for today. Let's hear what Alessandro has to say.
My name is Alessandro Manca and I'm Senior Vice President at BWI Group. I'm responsible for designing, driving and executing the company sales strategy. Today I want to focus on a product that holds a truly special place in our portfolio. It's MagneRide. It's unique, a breakthrough, and highly innovative, a source of great pride for our entire organization. What makes this technology particularly powerful is adaptability. It can be applied to any kind of vehicles, any segment, from performance car to SUV to everyday EV, bringing tangible benefits to all the driver across the board. This spring, we launched an exciting initiative called MagneRide European Tour. The idea is simple: provide heavy car manufacturing, all of you, across the continent, the opportunity to experience what MagneRide technology can deliver firsthand. Our aim is not only to showcase the technology through the knowledge and insight of our expert, but also to let our partner feel its advantage directly behind the wheel of a car equipped with a system that a perfectly tuned and optimal driving experience. We have already conducted several, really high number of productive meetings and held several constructive discussions with all of you. We value each of them, we listen to your insight, and remain committed to develop and tailor-made for you, based on our competence, what is the DNA of your car needs. At BWI Group, we aim to shape suspension system of the car of the future. We want a European consumer to experience the driving sensation of the advanced system with affordable pricing. We have launched this strategy in China with the major OEMs, and they have already embraced MagneRide, adapting it both premium and middle range with the great success, starting with SOP already this year. Here in Europe, we have recently seen a fantastic reception for the Polestar 5. It's a great example of engineering, collaboration between BWI engineer and our customer. BWI gave a Polestar engineer the flexibility to the precise tuning the vehicle and driving dynamics, while also ensuring that consumer can clearly feel the difference between the different drive settings. And they can really appreciate what you are introducing in your cars. MagneRide embodies decades of engineering proceeding. Think about that. A damping system free from valves and complex tuning, what we experience every day, yet capable of transforming the driving experience. We believe this potential is extraordinary. It's a breakthrough, as I told you before, and we invite all European car manufacturers to experience and test this solution on themselves.
Hello everyone, I'm Harrison from Depot Auto. Together with BWI, we have reached a big milestone. The Depot L06 is the first mass-produced Chinese car with advanced magnetic suspension. This is very important for us. Depot started in April 2022. We make smart, high-tech, sporty, and stylish cars for the young-minded people around the world. So far, we have sold more than 600,000 vehicles worldwide. We offer 6 models: sedan, SUV, and overall car in over 70 countries and regions across 5 continents. In March this year, we entered Europe. We are now in 5 European countries with 2 models, S07 and S05. At the IAA Mobility in Munich last month, the Depot was well received by local media and experts. The Depot S07 got the top 5-star safety rating from Euro NCAP the won Best Exterior Design at the Torino Automotive Design Award. The X05 also received the 2025 IF Design Award and the Best Human-Machine Integration in Torino. The Depot L06 is our first project with BWI. It is a long-range electric coupled with smart suspension and LiDAR radar. The suspension gives the L06 supercar-like control and comfort. It adjusts 1,000 times per second, responds quickly to the rod, keeps the driver connected, and reduces shaking. This makes the ride very smooth. It also keeps the car stable on rough roads, over bumps, and in sharp turns, making driving safer and more comfortable. Looking ahead, we hope to further deepen our cooperation with BWI, drive progress in the new energy vehicle industry, and bring more high-tech, dynamic, and stylish products to users around the world.
My name is Dariusz Kucza, and I am Krosno Plant General Manager. This site is the largest production facility of BWI Group. Furthermore, the plant just celebrated its 18th year anniversary last year. In the past long history, over 300 million damper units were manufactured here and delivered to our partners worldwide. Krosno plant, with over 8 decades of tradition, is renowned for producing top-quality MagneRide dampers. We take pride in the trust of leading car manufacturers who have preferred our dampers for years, bringing differentiated highlights to their iconic models such as Lamborghini Aventador or Ferrari Stradale. The production processes are based on precise planning, multi-layered quality control, and modern technology, enabling strict parameters monitoring and ensuring high quality of the final products while optimizing cost and efficiency. We are proud that our components are used in top-tier vehicles, supporting their outstanding performance and ride comfort. Most of our quality checks are performed automatically with displacement sensor, camera vision system, force sensor, and many other types of the measuring equipment. Of course, our tools are equipped with Pokayoki solution to prevent errors. MagneRide is more than just shock absorber. It is a proof that BWI Group can combine experience and innovation, not only in Europe, in North America, but also in China, where newly opened Shenzhen plant is about to launch its first MagneRide production process. Ksinie, I'm giving you the floor so you can say more about it.
Thanks, Dariusz. Hello, everyone. BWI viewers. And this is Zhang Xingye from BWI China. And in front of the camera, it is the latest launched MagneRide production line in our newly established Shenzhen plant. And this production line was designed according to zero defect concept from the beginning. And how we achieve this, and follow me. Yeah. And you can see here, those cameras, these are not normal cameras. This is AI intelligent cameras, which can detect the color of the components, the shape of the components, and the ID and OD of the components. With the support of this AI intelligent, we can detect the defects of the components from the very beginning, and which can guarantee us to make sure 100% error proofing and zero defect production. Yeah. It is not only the cameras fully used on this production line, also the automation is everywhere you can see. Just follow me, and we can see how our robot powered our production line. Okay, this is a high precision filling system. It's the most important process in the MagneRide production. And with this robot, okay, it's two robots. With the help of the robot, we can reduce the head count. And you can see there are multiple processes in this closed system, and nobody is there. And this robot can do everything for us. Yeah, besides of the robot, this process parameters is fully monitored by our system, and including the fluid density, the fluid weight, and the injection volume. And those factors is very important for a good damper production. So not only the parameters in the process was monitored by our system, but also the production monitors is also. And let's go and see how our damper was tested in the production line. Yeah. This station is a damper test station. Okay, we can start. Yeah. You can see the damper was automatically tested on this station, including the gas force, the damping force, and the resistance of the coil. Follow me, and after testing, all the test results will show on the screen. And it is not only the data, but also the diagram, which we can see. Yeah, you see, the diagram is also shown on the screen, which can guarantee us to better understand it is okay or not okay, and to optimize the whole process. So not only the process parameters and the product date is tested, also we have fully traceability for the production line. For each of the damper, you can see here, there is a barcode or QR code, and all the information is stored in the system. No matter when we scan this barcode, we can trace back the production parameters and the product test result. How we achieve this? It's thanks to our SCADA system here. Yeah, let's see how our SCADA system works here. So this is our SCADA system. As I said, all the parameters in the production line will be updated to our database. And we can see from here, follow screen, yeah, what's the production status here, and how much we produced, and what's the FTQ, and what's the volume, what's the efficiency. And besides this, we can trace back each test, okay, each test parameter for each station. The date here is fully stored, and fully traceability can be achieved. So with the date stored in the production line, and we have three breakthroughs in the newly designed system. First is efficiency. Second is first is the efficiency, and second is reliability, and then the automation. With those kind of breakthroughs, we can make sure to deliver qualified dampers to our customers. Okay, we already introduced you both the manufacturing and the technology development. And let's see how our MR dampers perform in the real world. And let's hand over to our colleagues, Joanna, and our mystery guest.
Tomasz, I would like to ask you to test our best suspension system we currently offer, MagneRide.
I'd be glad to. As a rally driver, I've always had interest in suspension performance. But there is one condition. You are coming with me.
Okay.
So, this is it. The MagneRide demo car.
That's right. This is one of the few demo cars BWI Group tune for customers' presentations.
Okay, let's see what we can do. Let's try some fast cornering, okay? Okay. Whoa, it has really stiffened up. The car is flat and stable. I feel really connected. I can push with confidence.
That's what magnetic fluid does. When you corner hard, it's making the dampers stiff enough.
And because the damping force isn't limited by stroke or velocity, you still get high control even at the smallest suspension movement.
Wow, that stability is in fact amazing. I can now feel what confidence it gives to the passenger.
Right, let's see what it's like under acceleration from a standing start, okay? Ready?
Yes.
Woo! Plenty of grip, off the line, almost any wheel spin. No nosedive at all. Just stable and controlled, really impressive.
Exactly. The system is continually optimizing its performance, so you stay balanced and in control.
Okay, let's see how it handles the rough stuff. I can feel the wheels working, but I'm not being thrown around like I thought I would. It feels like the system decouples wheel control from body control. So suspension absorbs the bumps while the body stays composed.
So, Tomasz, what do you think?
That's impressive. I've driven a lot of suspension systems and it feels unique. Comfort when you want, sharp handling when you need it.
And that's the MagneRide real strength. Soft and comfortable ride with dynamic handling. It's the perfect blend, all in one package.
Okay, let's do some simple ride for a change. Nice and steady.
Finally!
Almost like a brand new asphalt surface. Velvety ride.
MagneRide knows we are just cruising. It's reading your inputs and the road and adjusting 1,000 times per second. That's how it delivers such excellent ride.
We've already had a quite an intensive driving experience, and now let's hear what a researcher from AGH University has to say about MagneRide.
I am Bogdan Sapiński, researcher at the AGH University of Krakow, Faculty of Mechanical Engineering and Robotics, where I hold professor position. My main expertise lies in technologies based on MR fluids, in particular with application of smart vibration control systems. Before we enter MagneRide suspension technology, let me explain what the heart of the system is. That will help us to understand better MR chassis system phenomenon. MR fluid represents smart materials, the theory gap between solids and liquids. By definition, smart materials are those which can sense external stimuli and are capable of adapting to changing external conditions. The concept of smart material was inspired initially by observation of natural systems, which can sense changes and adapt accordingly. The MR fluid's properties, apparent viscosity or yield stress, can be controlled by magnetic field. In a broader manner, smart materials are those incorporating functions of sensing, analysis, decision-making, and actuation when combined with materials' controllable properties. Smart systems like MagneRide make use of above-mentioned smart materials properties and utilize them in such a way that the functions of sensing and response are possible through feedback between input and output, or are linked with information processing and decision-making modules. Direct transduction hydraulic actuators, the production of useful output from a command signal without the intervention of a valving scheme, has been the dream of many hydraulic engineers who have struggled with the decision of fast, stable, and reliable hydraulic valves. This dream came true when MagneRide was first implemented on a passenger vehicle in North America. That was seen as a revolutionary solution, and there were good reasons for that. The system is unique compared to the more conventional semi-active valve-based damping systems. It is purely valveless, delightful in its simplicity, and delivers the levels of vehicle performance approaching those of fully active suspension systems. As representative of the world of science and research, I see it as a remarkable example of how fundamental research can lead to groundbreaking practical applications.